All right, all right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be for our water signs and Ophiuchus. I'm going to start out with a supermoon message for Pisces. And Pisces, because this is the supermoon, this is the time when the moon looks bigger and brighter. So we're going to ask, what is the message that's bigger and brighter than anything else? All right, let's go ahead and take a quick peek. Hold on. We're about to lose the whole deck. Pisces, we want to keep this simple. We want to say, what's the biggest and brightest message? And we have got a Nine of Cups, Temperance, and the Four of Wands. Oh, this is a time where it's like the Pisces is recognizing just how satisfying their life really may be, just how balanced and equalized their like wants and desires are being met. The things that they care about in life, they're making time for the relationships and the people that they care most about. They feel like they have a nice reciprocity from. Maybe Pisces is becoming more aware that I really like the career I've chosen. Things are balanced right now. Things are. It doesn't mean that there's everything is perfect, but it does mean that maybe the thing that's coming to the forefront and shining most brightly for our Pisces on this super moon, which is tomorrow, by the way, the 29th of September, is how satisfying their life really is. This is super beautiful. It's a chance to like soak up all the good stuff, count up all the blessings, and really just operate in a place of like balanced energy. Now we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Three of of Wands. It's almost like our character is saying, would I even want to change anything? Maybe, I mean, this could be somebody who's like, wow, I love what I'm doing right now. Do I really want to like think that later on I'm going to have to step into a position of greater authority in my career path? What if I love doing the job I'm doing right now? Do I really need to change? Do I need to think about, continued growth and shifting things? Maybe Pisces is recognizing that they like the arrangement they have with a romantic partner right now, that they like where they live, that they like the free time that they have. It almost seems like they're weighing, do I need to keep striving to change things, make more? Or am I good where I'm at? And can I not be content where I'm at right now? It kind of seems like it's nice. We don't usually get a message where somebody is debating like, would I wish for anything other than what I have right now? I kind of think no. I kind of think I don't want to, instantly say, okay, now I need to still strive to become like a another level up in the like the rungs at my career path. Like, why? I love what I do right now. I love my free time. I love what I'm paid. I love my coworkers. I love my shift. Why don't I keep doing what I'm doing? We got Action of Swords. um this is definitely like it's truth and clarity. It's coming through loud and clear. I think the Pisces has built the life that they wanted, and they're aware of that, or certainly aware of where they're at right now. Look at this Two of Wands in the reverse. They're not in discord. They're not in disharmony with who they truly are or what they truly want. I think this Pisces is pausing and they're recognizing, I know who I am and I built the life that suits me. I am where I am right now in my life because I chose all of this. And why can't I enjoy it right now? Is life always about like, ooh, you gotta, think about the next, big, huge money that you gotta make and always be striving for like this lack mentality of that keeps you, like a hamster on a wheel, striving for more. This Pisces is like, no, of course I'll continue to grow and progress, but I don't have to feel frantic about it. And I don't have to set huge goals for myself because I actually already have made my goals. I know me. We've got the High Priestess and we got the Death card in the reverse. This Pisces is not doing a life overhaul. This Pisces is right where they want to be and they know it. Intuitively, they are aware that because they're living life according to their path, according to their soul purpose, it naturally is already flowing the way it's supposed to. That's really cool. We don't often get a message like that where someone says, I don't have to do any life overhauls. The things that are going to bring change into my life, that's naturally going to happen because I'm on my life path. What is supposed to be will undoubtedly unveil itself to me. But for the time being, all I have to do is breathe. Oh, that's a great song by Eddie Vedder, Breathe. It feels really positive. This feels so satisfying. It's the most satisfying Pisces read I think I've ever had. Anyway, Pisces, if you do enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I will be away for a couple days after this. I'll be back on Sunday. Look for a couple of other bonus messages and today's topics that come out. And tomorrow I have a short series of little harvest moon messages because I'm celebrating both the super moon and the harvest moon. Same thing, two different names, but it's a little shorts for each zodiac, and it's got to do with plants or an outdoor series that I did. So watch for that for tomorrow if you want to see that. All right. Next up, we've got Cancerian coming in at 5:19. Cancerian, thank you guys for being here. Happy super moon. That is tomorrow. It's a time where the moon's going to look bigger and brighter. So what is the message for Cancerian? What's the biggest and brightest thing? Ooh, truth. Truth comes knocking at the door. Clarity comes knocking at the door. This could be the sword of truth that helps Cancerian say, yeah, I'm done with that. I cut that off. Ooh, or it could be the truth and clarity that says, you know what? I am that ish. I am all that and a bag of chips. I am that person. I am that powerful empress. I am at the top of my game. I am a person of consequence. And I know that now. I got it going on. This is not, I don't have to play humble. I don't have to play small. I know who I am. I walk through this world in my own personal power. There's a lot of power symbols here. We've got a jaguar. It's kind of a power symbol out of South America that could have a special significance for someone. But we just see that's Libra Taurus energy here. So the energy of balance and stability. But we've got a Cancerian who, in the face of feeling like, have I missed opportunities? You notice how content she looks. You notice how a Four of Cups can be idealizing something that then falls short of our wishes, hopes, and dreams. It can also be a missed opportunity, but it can also be recognized as boredom. And it kind of looks like April Day. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. You are so kind. Yes, I love reading for Ophiuchus. Thank you, honey. That is so generous. I appreciate you so, so much. Um, but this looks to me like with this truth and clarity coming through, I would say that the Cancerian is aware that they are in an elevated status. They know that about themselves. It's very clear. And if anything, if there has been someone who's bummed out that they've kind of messed up the opportunity to be in Cancer's world, because Cancer may have cut somebody off. The bottom line is, I think Cancer's bored with that same old storyline of, yeah, they're so sorry, they're so bummed out, but they're not really making change. You know what? I think that, so I look at an empress and and I usually think of my own mother, and I always say she's great at giving a mother's love or a mother's shove, whichever she thinks is most needed. So my mama gave tough love. I'm from that era of kids where it was like, there were high expectations, like, but also it helped build confidence. Like, if you want to do it, who's going to do it? You are. So go do it. If you say you want to do it, don't tell me about it. Go take some action. And that was her like giving me the shove to say, who's stopping you from living your own life? Go after it. But that also gave me the confidence where it's like, wow, mom thinks I could actually do this. Like, I think it's a long shot, but she seems to be saying, if I'm going to talk about it, quit talking and start acting. And it just kind of seems like that's the attitude of this energy for the Cancerian too. They're at that point where it's like, I seriously don't have much time for the boring, like, I didn't do it. I wish I had. I sure made a mistake. Then change it, fix your future, do what you need to do. But you do you, and I do me. And I'm going to keep aiming for the best, the highest. And I'm not going to waste a lot of time with, procrastinators and all that. So Cancerian, which is a little bit different. A lot of times I get Cancerian reads, which I love Cancerians. I've had more Cancerians in my life than almost any other zodiac, and I adore them. And there is like a wonderful sensitivity and a patience and everything. But this is a Cancerian who's like, yeah, but you know what? There also has to be some lines drawn in the sand, and let's work on progress, folks. It feels like this Cancerian is more of a progressive action taker that just doesn't really have a lot of time for time wasters. Four of Wands, we got the Six of Wands, and we've got a King of Wands. I got to say, this Cancerian is aware that the only person that they're going to match with, the person who's going to steal their heart, is going to be the person who walks in, swaggers right up and says, Cancerian, give me some sugar. Like the kind of person that says what they mean and means what they say, and they just reveal their emotions, and they don't procrastinate, and they don't fumble, and they're not filled with self-doubt. They just simply say, I see you, I like you, I want you. What do you think about me? And I kind of think that this Cancerian is very clear on what they want at this phase of their life. They want somebody who knows what they want. So it's just kind of a refreshing like shift. I think Cancerian is done with procrastinators and they're really just welcoming in a new era of suitor, somebody who knows who they are without question. They don't have to be perfect. They can have some flaws, but mostly Cancerians like, yes, I want somebody who walks on in and says, "This is me. Do you accept it? Because I'm interested in you." I like this. I like the warmth. I like the love, and I like the like the bare essentials being presented here. So anyway, Cancer, thanks so much for being a part of my world. I will see you guys again in a couple days. I'm going to be gone. Sorry, guys. But there will still be some other pre-recorded videos that'll come out over the next couple days. I'll be back on Sunday. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. And thank you again, April Day, you sweetheart. Thank you. Hey, Delinda. All right, next up, we got Scorpios coming in at 10:55. Scorpios. This is a quick bonus message for the supermoon. Supermoon is bigger and brighter than anything else. And this is our last supermoon of the year, no less. So I wanted to ask, what's the biggest and brightest message here? Well, we've got an Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got a Five of Wands upright, but we have a 10 of Pentacles upright. Scorpios, this looks like someone says, you know what? I got no interest in any more conflict. All I want is to win, win, win. All I want is balance. I want progress. I have zero interest in creating conflict. This could be a Scorpio that's just like, I don't care. Whatever it takes to grease the wheels and get stuff moving. I don't care if somebody is, like needing to be a little coddled, whatever. I'll give them I'll handle people the way they need to be handled in order to get things going. So instead of like, if Scorpio walks up to whatever and into a business and the person's unhelpful, Scorpio might say, oh, you're the person that I was told had the most knowledge, and so that is the reason I'm coming in. Is there any way that maybe is there a better time that I could come back, or is there, it's like just simply asking humbly for the assistance that's needed, because the ultimate goal is this: success and cooperation. It's not about, wow, this person doesn't seem to be very helpful. So now I'm irritated and I'm going to show that, because that's not going to get us anywhere. It kind of seems like Scorpio not being in a manipulative tactic at all, but rather saying everybody already has their own issue that they're dealing with, their own stresses. I'm not here to work through people's problems with them. I'm here to create solutions and get stuff rolling. So what does that mean? It means I put zero effort into conflict. I only put effort into resolution. We got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And this could be because Scorpio's like, look, at this point in time, we're wasting daylight. We're wasting time is money, money is time. I don't want to be stuck. I want to move forward. So what will it take? And I just feel like Scorpio's chill attitude combined with determination. Look at this. They're like, anything can be done. Anything can be done. I'm not about to fail to put in the most effort simply because someone else isn't putting in much. I'm going to go ahead and follow up. I'm going to go ahead and be persistent in the nicest of ways. And I'm going to let people know I appreciate whatever they can contribute to the cause. This could be Scorpio is, really trying to build a business, and it could be difficult. Maybe this is somebody who has to like go out and pursue clients. They might be extremely like sensitive to where a client is at, and really kind of bending over backwards a little bit to say, hey, I get it. Like there's obstacles, but the obstacles can have solutions. And let me just lay out a couple of different things for you to think about. I'll check back in next week and just see if that's at all helpful. It really feels like the Scorpio is kind of paving the path for less conflict and more solution, because they really believe in it. It's like, how do we get something moving again? Well, by not focusing on what isn't present, but instead being willing to step up and add in a little bit more energy. Because remember, this is going to be good for the Scorpio at the end of the day. This 10 of Pentacles says they are building better relationships. They are developing maybe better business contacts. Maybe they're going to be able to actually invite a lot more revenue into their world, but they're doing it through not getting frustrated, not focusing on the clients that say no, but rather focusing on the ones that say, maybe, or, well, yeah, I'd be interested in knowing like what other options there are. It just feels like the Scorpio is going to go the extra mile because it actually behooves everyone to go the extra mile, to put a little more effort in and to not focus on the blockage, but focus on how do we get beyond the blockage. And remember that what is done today could have implications for, you know, 5 months from now, 5 weeks from now. Maybe a client that's not a client today could still be one later on. With this Queen of Wands, this is a Scorpio who is not lowering themselves. They're not groveling. They're not begging. They actually really believe that they have an amazing service to offer, or that they have a ton to offer to anyone. And all it is like, hey, I know that this would be useful, or I know what I bring to the table. And at some point in time, I'm here for you. It's kind of like when you choose to come and join the A team will welcome you with open arms. That's kind of like this Scorpio has so much confidence. And I think it's going to be a big boost that's going to invite people to say, well, I don't know. I mean, this salesperson is pretty compelling only because they actually believe that they've got things that would be useful to me. Maybe I do want to go ahead and, partake of their services, or maybe I do want to work with the Scorpio because they seem so confident in themselves. Like they know they're going to win. They know that they're here for the win. They're not here for the problem. They're not here to get frustrated. They're not here to be desperate. They're confident. Of course this will work out. I got all the skills I need to make it work. So I don't know. I like that energy. It feels like so relaxed in the face of what could be like closed doors and stuff. The Scorpio doesn't see closed doors. They're just like, hey, everybody has different timelines when they're going to be able to become, clients, or they're going to be able to acknowledge, and want my presence in their life when they're ready. All this good, all this yum is there for them. So of course they'll be knocking on my door at some point. Up until then, I just let them know that they're welcome to come knock on my door. Like that's the attitude. This really feels like a character who's got, this feels more work related, more job related in this storyline, but it could be applied to anything. As always, these are fictional stories. I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am absolutely honored, you guys. I'll be away for just a day or two and be back on Sunday. So I'll have a couple of pre-recorded videos that come out between now and then. I'm also releasing a series that I created that's an all outdoors, and it's just a video clip, a short for each zodiac for the harvest moon, because I wanted to celebrate not just supermoon but also harvest moon. Same thing, different names but different intentions. And so it's outdoor series with flowers and such, so watch for that tomorrow. But thank you guys for giving a thumbs up and subscribing. And last but not least, let's go to Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is coming in at 1737. Ophiuchus, thank you for being here. This is the supermoon message, and so this is the one where the supermoon is tomorrow, and it's the biggest and brightest. It's also our last supermoon of the year. So in particular, I wanted to say, what's the biggest and brightest message? What's the most dominant thing that graces our skies right now? And we have a Nine of Wands combined with a Four of Cups. We have somebody that is about to overcome an obstacle, a hurdle. There's a sense of healing, rejuvenating, bringing one's energy vibe back up, and recognizing that we can face a disappointment, or now we can face something that seemed like a disillusionment, and we can face it with a ton of grace. This is not the devastating loss that maybe it seemed to be at one point. The devil. We can face the devil. A fear. Something that was like overwhelming at one point. Our character is going to be very able to confront and how do I say this? If the devil is fire, a king, this is not just a king, this is like Neptune. This is the god of the sea who controls all of the ocean, all of the emotions. This water can definitely put out this puny little devil fire. There is fear being overcome with love. There is, tentative energy and tension being soothed through like a nice water massage. And we could look at this from a lot of different more metaphorical ways, but basically, it's really hard to cope with anything stressful when we're exhausted and fatigued. It's like Ophiuchus knows this, and they have come to a place of calm, of relaxation, and they've healed themselves enough to face something that was overwhelming. And it's puny, it's little. All of a sudden, love is kind of winning. A feeling of being healed, a feeling of positivity is replacing any kind of fear. And it's really nice to see. Look at this. And we have success here. We've got the Six of Wands. I would just say this. This could be Ophiuchus is recognizing somebody else go through this metamorphosis, or they themselves could be the ones going through it. The bottom line is a sense of peace and de-stressed energy is replacing a previously very exhausting and very um, bumpy ride. And I just feel like this feels so good. It's anytime stress starts to come off and it's like, oh wow, I'm unclenching my jaw and oh, I can breathe in and out. My intercostal muscles aren't clamped down and, making me breathe shallow anymore. I'm really relaxing. And I feel so much better because this wasn't the huge drama I thought it was. This wasn't the huge mistake I thought it was. I almost feel like this Ophiuchus had been holding on to something that they perceived as their error, their mistake, their fault, their whatever this was. They're realizing that was the devil making me feel that way. The devil is whatever gets in my own head and makes me think something quite small is huge, and it's something I can't recover from, and it's something that I have to feel tons of shame and tons of regret and remorse over. Loss. I didn't act fast enough. I didn't do good enough. I didn't get that job because I'm not talented enough. And all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. I took a nap. I ate some cookies when I woke up. I had a little milk, and I feel like, why the heck was I saying all that? Big deal. It was a job interview. There's other jobs. If they don't want me, they don't know just what I bring to the table. That's too bad for them. Other jobs are out there. Other jobs will probably pay better. And it's almost like with that turn of mind, this Ophiuchus will probably almost immediately notice that there are other things on the horizon. The devil is always limiting. It's always limitations. And this is lack of limitations. And that limitations usually come from that negative self talk, is what I would argue in this storyline. So we've got an Ophiuchus doing really well now, really well, breaking through some significant boundaries and feeling lighter and feeling more successful and not buying into that lie that they've lost their chance at happiness or greatness, or that they aren't enough, or that they've made mistakes. Every character makes mistakes at some point, but to beat up on oneself over and over and be convinced that nothing will ever be able to be healed is just kind of ridiculous. And that's what our Ophiuchus is recognizing after they've had a little bit of healing and a little bit of nurturing that they needed to give themselves. And it's nice that that's the message that the supermoon brings forth. There've been a lot of real positive messages so far for the supermoon, and I'm super excited about those. You guys, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Lots of love. Jane, I know, I agree. I love these ones. They are always so different. Thank you so much for watching, honey. Dances on waves. Hugs back to you. Mr. Aries is napping nearby. The Bruce is in the house. Always great to see you. Hi, Donna Lowe. Juliet, thank you, honey. Right back at you. You guys are awesome. April Day, thank you again, honey. I love it. Oh, don't we all know that feeling, April? Sam Tekken, thank you very much. Thank you for being here, you guys. Bye, Delinda. Take care.